Hey guys. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hey, Kent. Hey, everybody. You can hear me okay out there?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So, a couple announcements before we get started. Number one, another big shout out to our volunteers of last year for our auction. I just got back from Seattle a few days ago, and it was really great. Enjoying some time with our auction team. Those of you who weren't on vacation and weren't sick. But a big thank you to all of our auction team for last year, to that, all these guys and gals who work behind the scenes in making an event like that happen. We sure appreciate all of you, and hope you're enjoying your coffee or tea tonight and our special exclusive, very, very exclusive Yeti mugs. These were exclusively for our volunteers. And I want to kind of give a shout out to our dates for this year, our save the dates, and make sure that everybody out there has them on your calendar. Our two biggest fundraisers of the year. Number one is our Walk and Run for Recovery. That is in May each year, and this is going to be this is our fifth or sixth one. Now I can't remember. I can't even see the screen. I think it's our fifth one. Is it our fifth one? Okay. It's our fifth annual Run for Recovery. It's Mother's Day weekend on that Saturday, May 11th. Make sure that's on your calendar. We're going to be kicking that off with registration by the end of this month. So stay tuned for more details. We're getting all the materials created for it, and we're getting them on all the posters and postcards and all that ordered. So we'll have those in your hot little hands in early February. We're getting the registration up and running and all that by the end of the month. But make sure your calendar's saved. It's for the entire family, for the entire community. So we're going to just blow it up this year, Saturday, May 11th. And then the second one, our largest fundraiser of the year, is our dinner auction every fall. And that is on November 9th. And this is going to be our 7th annual one. And so make sure that's on your calendar as well. We'll be kicking off the registration and whatnot later in the year. But we're already starting to compile our fundraising teams this year. And so if you would like to be one of our volunteers for one of those events or both of those events, make sure you reach out to me and let me know. The core group has already kind of started meeting and getting some things together behind the scenes, but we will be reaching out to more of you that want to be an active part and participants for the events. We'll be reaching out and forming our teams as we go. So we would love to have you. We can use all hands on deck. This is our 10th anniversary year for Battlefield Addiction. And so we are going to blow it up big this year, and we could just use all the help we can get. So thank you for that. Be sure and reach out to me and let me know which either or both that you'd like to be part of. And thank you ahead of time for that. So that's that. And then the only other thing I have, and I'll put it over to Becky if she has anything that I've missed, but Moms Group. So we call it the Moms of Battlefield. Now this is for all ladies, grandmas and girlfriends and all females. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. we meet for 1 hour. We do this on Zoom. It's kind of our 1 hour coffee tea dates. This is an opportunity for us to get to know each other more and talk about the topic from the night before. And it's kind of a really, really good time. So that's tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. If you need the Zoom link, reach out to me or Becky and we'll get it to you. We would love to have you. Even if you're new out there, you're in good hands with this group of ladies. So please join us. Don't be shy. We want you all. So Becky, is there anything I've missed?
Please, I can't think of anything except for somebody has a birthday today.
Yes, I see that. Let's see. Happy birthday, Bill. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
How old is Bill?
Happy birthday to you, Bill. Happy birthday to you. And many more. How old is Bill?
69.
How old did she say?
69.
69. Wow. Happy birthday, Bill. And thank you for all you do for Battlefield. I hope when we get to be 69, we have that kind of energy and heart Boy, we'll be doing good. We have that much energy and heart, so we just so appreciate you and hope you're enjoying your birthday. All right. So with that, let's move it over. Let me take off the spotlights here and then put our comedian of the hour. Let's make sure he stays on. Okay, let me introduce you to Mr. Whoopsies. Mr. Kyle Munkers over there at the Kent Shop. He brings us our comedy each week. He brings us Kyle's Corny Comedy Corner. So Kyle, take it away.
All right. Bill with the 69 energy. All right.
I don't get it.
Munkers.
She's too sweet. She's nice. All right. What do you call an animal that knows you're lying? A sea lion. Is this easy line? Okay. I went to the grocery store. When I got to the cashier, she asked me, she goes, "Sir, would you like your milk in a bag?" I said, "No, keep it in the carton."
Barkley.
What did the buffalo say to his son when he dropped him off at school? "Bye, son."
That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. I saw this new Beaver documentary. It's the best damn movie I've ever seen. What is the loudest pet that you can get? A trumpet.
And that was our.
No, it is a good one. I mean, it would be a good one. Have you guys heard the latest rumor going around about butter? I don't want to spread it. Why was the math book so sad?
Why?
Because it had a ton of problems.
Oh.
All right, the last one. One of my fondest memories is building sandcastles with my grandfather until my mom took the urn away.
Whatever. God.
We're done.
That's a lot of ashes.
Yeah. Let me fix your camera here.
Yeah, he was fat.
All right, I'm fixing the camera here. Is
You can't fix that camera. That's me.
your
Yeah.
your head is chopped off? Why is that? Sorry, guys. Tilted up.
I've grown a bit.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, funny. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, just fix it right away.
Okay.
Okay. How's that?
We'll see.
Is that good? We didn't do a test with you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Let's see. Let's just give me just a minute here. Okay. All right. I think we're good. There we go. We are getting.
Oh, I
kind
don't
of
look
a
as
real
fat
life-
today. Nice.
Ready?
Oh. So usually I take a lot more time to arrange what I'm going to say tonight. So I don't, this is really truly off the top of my head. Well, it's not. I mean, there's some thoughts behind it and some experiences this week and some things that have happened here. And you know, like I always say, we live here in a fishbowl. We live in a real heated environment, and a lot comes out of it, a lot of learning and a lot of experience and a lot of seeing if you look closer. So each week is this is like a sitcom. You kind of just end up with a lesson from what we went through. I remember when I was a kid, and I can remember being 5 years old, and the first thing that I think I learned in school was they said, Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And I remember, I truly believed that. I remember I bought in. I remember thinking, man, that is very true. I don't have to worry about anything as long as someone isn't hitting me or throwing rocks at me or whatever it is. And so it made me feel kind of good, listen to that. And boy, that sure changed. It sure changed anymore. I don't think that that's our motto anymore. And I don't think anyone's even really aspiring for that to be our motto. The new one should just be anything people say could hurt me. In fact, I'm triggered by words. Words hurt me. Please don't say anything I don't like. Please don't say anything I don't agree with. Please don't say anything that's not my philosophy. Please don't say anything that conflicts against my opinion. Please don't say anything, because words hurt me. Words make me feel unsafe. And so this week we've been really what I teach is I teach how to deal with pain, but more specifically what I teach is people how to deal with where their pain is coming from. And more specific than that, I believe that most of our pain is coming from a feeling of insecurity. That most of our pain is no longer real. It's just this feeling of insecurity that we have. And most people, when they speak about insecurities, I think what they think is like, I'm insecure about my nose. My nose is a little big and I constantly think about having a big nose, or my hairline, or my stomach, or my butt, or something specific that they think of and they call that their insecurities. But that's not really what I believe is our insecurities. I think that what we have as insecurities is, and what we know when we come across our insecurities, is that we get upset. So if we were to determine that every time I'm upset, that's when I'm insecure, we can see that something's happened inside of us that's caused me to be upset. And I believe that what has happened is 100% of the time when a human being gets upset, disturbed, annoyed, frustrated, I believe, in my opinion, that their insecurities have been hit, that something inside them doesn't feel safe. So when I feel annoyed, disturbed, frustrated, irritated, whatever the feel, angry, resentful, all these feelings, what they are is just me not feeling safe. And so I believe that's a problem. And I believe that people don't feel safe anymore. And it's odd. It's odd that here in America, everyone's getting more upset than I ever remember. I don't remember there being this visceral anger in the 80s. I don't remember this visceral anger in the 90s. I don't remember these upsets. I don't know if trans people are women or not. I don't know who killed John F. Kennedy. I don't know if a democratic form of government is better than a socialist form of government. I don't know if people are born gay or if they just turn gay. I don't know if we should have guns in America. I don't know if our government should be doing welfare or not. I don't know what the best form of government is. I don't know what the best form of religion is. But that all being said, if you disagree with me, I hate you. That all being said is, although I don't know any of those things, I don't know if the Buffalo Bills are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. But if you tell me I'm wrong, I'm going to be mad at you and I'm going to be upset. And I don't know why you do what you do, but I think I do. And on and on and on. And I just wonder why everyone is so I have to look and I have to see so many people get upset here, so much insecurities. Everybody's upset. Everybody's in their pain. What is the pain? So that means to me that people don't feel safe. And then I have to wonder why people don't feel safe. When in your life, I bet you can count on one hand the amount of times that you've actually been in a position that you weren't safe. I bet you can. And so everybody's always talking about safe places, safety. I need to feel safe. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe around this person. I don't feel safe around this person. I don't have any safety. What is this? You can't even give me 5 examples in your life where you weren't safe. And if you are, you were probably a war veteran, or you were probably in some type of war, or you probably fought, or you probably did something that was very violent. Or maybe you did a lot of drugs and got yourself in bad positions. But I guarantee that it's under 10. But yet We get upset when we don't feel safe. So you have to look into what is all this? Why are people feeling unsafe? What is going on? Why are people upset about words? And, for me, I'm not, as a business owner, I don't care if I actually, let me say this. How do I say it? If you think I don't behave properly or I'm not paying attention, well, let's say if I'm not paying attention, that's not the problem. See, the fact is, as a business owner, I'm trying my best. But my concern is that you don't think I'm paying attention. You see, that's my concern. So I'm more worried, not as worried about paying attention because I'm doing my best, but I'm worried that you don't think I pay attention. I'm worried that maybe somebody doesn't think of me well. I'm not worried about what's actually happening. I'm more worried. See, if I was worried about being a better business owner, I would be adjusting my behavior. If I was worried about being better at drug treatment, I would be adjusting my behavior. But see, I'm doing the best I can. If I worried about helping people, I would be trying to help people harder. If I worried about any of those things, if I worried about somebody surviving, if I worried about if I was helping a family properly, if I really worried about anything, I would be doing things harder, better. I'd be trying harder. But see, I'm giving my best, but I'm not. But what I'm really worried about is what you think. I'm really worried about what all you think. So when you text me and say, Art, you're not doing well, and maybe I should, where are you, Art? How come you're not at the helm? Where is my kid? How come you're not paying attention to them? See, I'm not worried that I'm not doing a good job because I'm doing my best. I'm worried that you think I'm not doing a good job. I'm worried that maybe you have a poor opinion of me. And so now I got to scramble and I got to get upset and I got to get all scared because I got to worry about what I look like. And I got to get people to think that I'm doing a good job. I see people relapse all the time. So far, I've never, ever seen somebody that was actually worried about relapsing. I've never, not once. I never, not once, ever seen somebody put their hand in their hands and say, I can't believe I relapsed. They say, what they do is they can't believe that people found out they relapsed. They can't believe how they look because they relapsed. They're embarrassed. They're not embarrassed because they relapsed. They're embarrassed about how they look because they relapsed. They're embarrassed about what it looks like. They're not embarrassed they're doing drugs. They're not embarrassed that they were just in a room smoking drugs off a foil with their hands shaking. That's they don't care about that. They don't care that their life is destroyed. They care about what it looks like. They care about what you think about them relapsing. And so what they do is they switch the story up. They minimize it. They defend it. And here we are getting upset all the time. Everybody's so insecure. Everybody's so unsafe. So what everyone does is they go around and, everybody thinks they behave good. Do you guys know that you think you behave good? Do you know that I think I behave good? Do you know that everybody thinks that way they behave is the best way to behave? Do you even know that? Here's how I know that everybody thinks that the way they behave is the best way to behave. Tell them they behave wrong. Tell somebody they behave wrong. You will see they will defend, justify, argue. They will tell you they do not behave wrong. But you go, wait, mate, Art, that's not true. Some people don't argue. Some people say, I'm sorry. Yeah, they do. Then they go home and they whine about how somebody told them that they behaved wrong. They go home and they complain. They say, can you believe somebody told me I behaved wrong? So somebody might be in the interview with the boss, or they might be getting talked to by the boss. And they might go, yeah, boss, I don't behave good. I get it. You're right. Then they go home to their wife and they say, I can't believe he told me I behaved wrong. And so we're all running around thinking the way that we behave is the way to behave. We're all running around thinking the way we think is the way to think. And so we're insecure when anyone tells us that the way we behave isn't the right way. So we have to defend ourselves when we get upset. And we're insecure when anyone tells us that maybe, possibly, you see, all those things I said, I don't know nothing about. I don't know what type of government America should have, but I'll argue. I don't know who's going to win the football game, but I'll argue. I don't know if gay people are right or wrong, but I'll argue. I don't know if Gage Deerings is a good thing to have or not, but I'll tell you it's not. I don't know if people should be watching TikTok or not, but I'll tell you I know. And so I have to look and I have to get to this place where I start understanding why everyone's so upset all the time. And what I've come to the conclusion is this is too many people in America that think differently than me. There's too many people that look different than me. You know, when I went to high school, there was just a few groups. You had the band guys, you had the goth people, and you had the sports people. That was about it. There wasn't many people that thought. So I hated the band people and I hated the goth people and I hung with the sports people. I only had two groups to hate. Man, there's a lot of people to hate now. I gotta hate people with purple hair. I gotta hate trans people. I gotta hate people that believe in guns. I gotta hate people that don't believe in guns. I gotta hate people that believe that are Democrats. I gotta hate people that are Republicans. I gotta hate people that like Trump. I gotta hate people that don't like Trump. I gotta hate people that think of conspiracy theories. And then I gotta hate people that don't think of conspiracy theories. I gotta hate people that like aliens, and then and tell me there's aliens, and then I gotta argue with the people that say there's not. I gotta hate the younger generation because they're all just stupid and lazy. And I gotta hate the older generation because they think they know it all. And so I gotta spend most of my time all day just protecting myself from people who think different than me. And then I walk in a room and there's 10 people that think different than me, and all of a sudden I'm insecure. I'm unsafe. I don't like what's going on. And I got to worry about what all you guys think of me. I got to not worry about, see, I don't worry about what I'm doing because I'm just doing what I'm doing. Every day I'm just doing what I'm doing. And I do what I do and I do what I do. But see, what I got to worry about is that you think I don't do it right. I don't got to worry if I do it right or not because I'm just doing it. But I got to worry if you think I'm doing right. And God forbid I get a phone call and somebody says, Art, I think you might not be doing it right down there. Then I get all flipped out. Oh, man, and they think we're not doing it right. See, I don't get flipped out before the phone call because I'm just doing what I'm doing. You see? So my insecurities are simple. The reason I feel unsafe is people think differently than me, and I don't like that. People have different opinions of me than me, and I don't like that. People dress different than me, and I don't like that. Some people turn their hair purple, and I don't like that. Some people gaze earrings, and I don't like that. And some people are gay and trans, and they're different than me, so I don't like that. Some people think there's conspiracy theories, so those people are stupid too. Some people are liberals, I don't like that. Some people like Trump, I don't like that. And all the while, I got to sit here and I got to not try to get upset. But most of the time, I'm upset because I'm worried what you think of me. And then people try to throw the con up and they say, I'm not worried what people think of me. Then why are you insecure? Why would you be insecure if you weren't worried about what people thought of you? Why do you have opinions if you're not worried about what people think of you? So here we are, worried about what each other thinks, worried about what we look like, thinking that we behave better than ever, and God forbid, and what ends it? And so now what ends my insecurity? What ends it? Why do I go in a room and what do I got to get to before I feel safe? See, I'll tell you what people have to do. Before they feel safe, they have to be right. So what everyone's doing is running around being right. That's how we're curing ourselves of our insecurity. The more right I am, the safer I feel. So I have to figure out why people are wrong. I figure out why people are wrong, and that makes me feel safe. Because see, I don't want to feel how I feel. So if I can't feel how I feel, and I can't stand to feel how I feel because there's such an insecure feeling in here, then I got to figure out why you're wrong. And as soon as I figure out why you're wrong and I'm right, I no longer am insecure. Now I'm safe. So that's what's going on. We're all running around trying to figure out why we're right. And if we can get right, we feel safe. If we say, I know why someone's doing that, they're a bad person. I'm good, they're bad, I'm safe. You see, we don't care that they're bad. We're not worried they're going to hurt us. We're not worried at all they're going to hurt us. They're not unsafe. We've just deemed them bad, and that makes us feel safe. And now we can't go around them. So we say, you're bad, I don't like your opinions, I'm going to stay away from you. And that makes us feel safe because we're right and they're wrong. And so we live in our rightness to try to make ourselves feel more secure. We have no idea of the truth. We have no idea of the truth about anything. None of us are close enough to government to know anything about the government. We just listen to what they're telling us. None of us know anything about the vaccine. We're not doctors. We didn't do a study, but we'll argue all of our vast knowledge about the vaccine. We'll argue about masks. We'll argue about whether somebody should be vaccinated or not. We'll argue about whatever there is to argue about because we're trying to feel safe. And if we can just feel like we are right and they are wrong, somehow we've found a piece of safety. And so everyone's arguing about shit they know nothing about. You know how many people sit at a table with me and argue about addiction? I listen to them argue and I don't talk. I put my headphones in and I hear them arguing about what to do about homeless people and what to do about addicts and what to do about the world. And they're sitting at a poker table. They have no idea what to do about addicts, what to do about the world, but they want to be right, and that makes them feel safe. And so if you want to look and you see people and you see that somebody's upset, that's because they don't feel safe. So somebody's upset, they don't feel safe, they feel insecure, and then they get to the point where they're right. And as long as they're right, they feel safe. So that's what everyone's doing. See, don't tell me my behavior's wrong or I won't feel safe. Don't tell me that I do anything wrong or I won't feel safe. Don't tell me that I'm wrong or I won't feel safe. And I need to feel safe. And for me, feeling safe means I'm right and you're wrong. But I don't know what the world would be if I was wrong. I don't know what it would be like, you see? What are we arguing about? All across the world, people are arguing about whether a trans person is a man or a woman. Who cares? Jesus. Arguing about whether the government should take our guns or not. Who cares? What are you talking about? You don't know. Arguing about whether a socialist government would be better than a democratic government. Have you ever seen the difference? Do you know if a president was a good president? How would you know? There's no metric system. We don't know. Do you know if the economy's doing good right now? Everyone will argue with me. Yeah, I know. Really? How do you know? Tomorrow it could crash. Then what are you going to say? Do you know where the housing market's going? Everyone's arguing about the housing market. For 4 years, the experts have told me the housing market's going to crash. 4 full years, and they're all still on TV. Nobody said, get off TV, you don't know shit. So here you go, arguing about shit you don't know about. We are a group of human beings arguing about shit we know nothing about. In fact, you and your families right now argue about what to do about addiction. How many addicts have you had? One? Well, let me clue you in. I've had thousands and I don't know what to do about addiction. So what would give you the right to sit home and argue about it? What the hell do you think you know? But see, you want to feel safe. So now you argue because you want to feel safe and you want your way to be the right way, and that will make you feel safe. You want what you think to be the right way to think because that makes you feel safe. And I want it too. And I want everyone to think what I do is the right way to behave. And shy people, they think they're the right way to behave. And they look at the loud people and go, I can't believe these loud people. And then loud people look at shy people and go, I can't believe you're so shy. But the loud person thinks they're behaving right. And the shy person thinks they're behaving right. And everyone's running around thinking the way they behave is the best way to behave. See, if you didn't think it was the best way to behave, you wouldn't behave that way. If you didn't think the way you treated people was the best way to treat people, you wouldn't treat people that way. But you don't question yourself because you want to feel safe. What we do is we spend most of our time because we don't want to be in here. We don't want to be in here. And so the way I avoid being in here is I think about your bad behavior all the time. I think about why you're wrong all the time. And that allows me to not be in here. Because I spend most of my time not having to be in here because I'm in my head thinking about why you're wrong and you're wrong and you're wrong and you're wrong and you're wrong. Then I go to the store and I don't want to be at the store. What I want to do is I want to see how everyone behaves wrong. And so I spend most of my time at the store pointing out everyone else's bad behavior. And then I drive my car, but it's boring driving my car. So I point out how shitty everyone else drives because that makes me feel safe. Even though I just cut somebody off and I wasn't paying attention. Why are we so insecure? Well, we're not insecure. Then why are you upset? See, if we weren't upset all the time, but we are. Turn on the TV, see how scared everyone is. Yelling at each other about shit they don't know nothing about. All the arguments, all the uprising. All because we're living in a world that don't make us feel safe because it's differing opinions and different thoughts. We can't make it in this world because we have to have our opinion pushed through. So here we sit. Sticks and stones, right? Not anymore, is it? I will kill you if you don't believe my religion is the right one. I will kill you if you don't believe what I say is the right way. I will go to war with you if you like Trump. I will hate you if you like Trump. Hate. Not just dislike, but I will hate you if you like Trump. And we don't think nothing's wrong with that. And then the Trumpers say, I will hate you if you're a liberal. And we don't think nothing's wrong with that. We don't blink an eye. We just hate. Why? Because we're all fighting for safety. And the only thing we got in safety and the only way we can secure ourselves is to be right. We can't even fathom a world. See, if you don't like Trump, you can't even fathom a world where he's right tonight. And if you don't agree with Joe Biden, then you can't even fathom a world where you think everyone on the other side's crazy. They're crazy. They're crazy. They're insane. I hate them. Liberals, Republicans, trans, gun owners, Black people, white people, Black Lives Matter. Black lives don't matter. Black lives matter. What do you know? Do you know anything? Really? What do you know? The economy's going to shit. Do you know that? How? Housing market's going down. How? You know that? Well, the government controls our food source and everyone. How? Who? Name them. Well, 9/11 was an inside job. Who did it? Well, you don't know, but you know. And everyone knows. Yeah, George Bush did it. We just got it here first. They know. George Bush did it. And here we sit, trying to be right, trying to be right, trying to be right, trying to be right, trying to be right. I'm safe now. I'm safe. I'm right. I'm safe. I'm right. I'm safe. I'm right. You're bad. I'm good. 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 I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. You're bad. I'm good. That's just all what's going on. We're not even open to the possibility of a different argument, a different. There's my kid. Oh my God. She's done something to her hair. He's done something to his body. Oh my God, my kid pierced their lip. Oh, what am I going to do? I'm failed as a parent. Scared. See, I'm not worried that the lips pierced. I'm worried what it looks like that the lips pierced. I'm not worried that that thing is in your nose because that's not doing any damage or anything. I'm worried about what it looks like that thing's in your nose. I'm not worried about what you're wearing. What you're wearing is completely safe. See, what you're wearing is completely safe. What you're wearing will be fine. It's warm outside. You're wearing a nice outfit. It's completely safe. But I'm worried about what that outfit makes me look like. So take it off. Your outfit don't make me feel safe because I don't know what people are going to think about me as a parent. Not right now.
Not right now.
Come on in, guys. See, being right makes you feel safe. That's all you got. Now take it away. Take away the possibility that you're right. Take away the possibility that your behavior isn't the best. Take away the righteousness for a minute. Take away the right. Take away all answers. How about you don't have any? What does that feel like? What does it feel like to have no answers? What does it feel like to be wrong? What does it feel like if you found out your behavior isn't that great? What does all this feel like? Feels unsafe. What about I don't know? Here's how crazy we are. All our government had to say to us during the whole pandemic was 3 words. We don't know. That's it. We don't know. We're trying our best. But they knew that would throw our whole country into a panic. Because God forbid, we don't know. Even when we don't know. So there, they got on TV and they lied. Why'd they lie? Because God forbid they said, we don't know. So they made some shit up. They said, we know. 14 days, flatten the curve. Wait till the vaccine comes out. It's all going to be over. Can't spread the disease with the vaccine. Wait, now you can't get it with the vaccine. Wait, now you can't die without the vaccine. Wait, it just lessens the symptoms. All the while, we don't know. Is the vaccine safe? We don't know. Is the government, is the economy crashing? We don't know. We have no clue. It's way bigger than we've ever thought. We have no idea how to measure it. We don't know anymore. Can't say that. Because we got to be right. So everyone gets on TV and tells us how right they are. They know who's going to win the football game. Just look. They know what the weather's going to be tomorrow. Just listen. And somehow this all makes us feel safe. Being right. And the biggest threat to us now is not health. It's not war. It's not dying. It's being wrong. It's the biggest threat to us as people. Our biggest fear. My biggest fear is not losing my business. My biggest fear is what it would look like if everybody saw me lose my business. My biggest fear is not getting sick. I don't even know what it would feel like to get sick. My biggest fear is what everybody's going to think of me when I'm sick. Beyond that, my biggest fear is dementia because, geez, what are people going to think about me when I can't even think anymore? So although I'll be sitting in a wheelchair and I won't know if I had breakfast or not, that's my biggest fear. Because I worry how stupid I'll look if you guys are looking at me that way. And that's what we've gotten to. People no longer worried about outcomes. People really no longer worried about what's true or not. We're worried about what it looks like if we're wrong. And the only way we can feel safe is to be right. And the way we be right is we deem other people bad and ourselves good. And that's how we secure ourselves. That's how we're fighting our insecurities, by being right. Because as soon as I'm right and you're wrong, I now feel safe and I don't have to feel how I feel. And if you're really wrong, I get really excited about that and happy. I'll tell everyone. I'll tell everyone how wrong you are. I'll tell everyone how stupid you are. I'll tell everyone how poorly you behave. I'll call my friends on the phone and talk about you. And that'll somehow make me feel safe. It'll get this insecure feeling out of me if I can convince somebody else that you're wrong too. See, that makes me really feel safe when somebody agrees with me. That's why we get in packs. So if you're wrong and I can find 10 people to agree with me and we can all hate you together, then I really feel safe. But if you're wrong and I can't find anyone to agree with me, I just get more upset. See, I need teammates in this. We all got to get together and talk about the bad people. We all got to get together and make ourselves feel safe and say who the bad people are. So let's have dinner Friday night and talk about the bad people. We'll talk about who's wrong. We'll talk about how we're right. God forbid one of your friends comes over and challenges the dinner, though, and says, maybe you guys are wrong. They won't be there next week. They don't get to come. They're out. You hate them now. Try to sit there and have dinner. Be wrong. Not fun. So we deal with insecurities here. We deal with pain, more specifically insecurities, more specifically being wrong. More specifically, I deal with this idea that I don't feel safe in here. And because I don't feel safe in here, I need to figure out why I'm right. And as soon as I do, I'll find some safety. And so we hate. You can't hate someone without being right about them. You can't dislike somebody without being right about them. So there's what we're all up to. Looking at our environment, finding out what we dislike so we can find other people to agree with us, and then we can hate, and we're all safe, right? We've accomplished our goal. That person has a different hair color than me. That person has a tattoo on their face. Come sit with a person with a tattoo on their face. Come on, parents. Lie to yourself. Tell you that doesn't make you feel unsafe. Lie to yourself. Do you look at that person with the tattoo on your face and you get all uppity and offended and you go, oh my God, how could they put that on their face? Because you don't feel safe. So you deem them wrong because they did it. And then that somehow makes you feel safe about yourself. I do it, so I'm not. I see a young girl and she's got pink hair and a loop in her nose, and I deem her a bad person, and that makes me feel safe. I go, oh my God, why do they do this to the hair? And look at that thing in their nose. Ugh, how wrong are they? And then I try to act like I care about them. I go, oh, they'll never get a job. Like I'm sitting here thinking about them getting a job or some shit. You ain't getting no job. Can I look past that tattoo? Can I look past that hair? Can I look past that outfit? Can I leave myself open long enough to see the person? For the most part, I can't. For the most part, I use my better judgment, make myself feel safe, rule that person out, exclude them from my life. That's what I do for the most part. But then they come in my program and it gets a little hard because I can't do that. So now I got to try. You look at a homeless person. They're flailing around because of the meth. Oh my God. They're just lazy. They're just stupid. They're just whatever you say to yourself. Make yourself feel safe. Move on with your day. So how in the world did we get feeling more and more unsafe in the biggest country in the world with the most safety? Because sticks and stones, they're not even coming close to us anymore. It's just names and words that'll hurt us. Triggers. Triggers. The reason I don't like you is because when I was 11, okay, you say what you want. But you get to be right and you look. As soon as you're right, now you feel safe. You look. You look at what we're doing. Right equals safety. The more right people are, the more safe they feel. What an illusion. So you see, the most insecure people are the most right. The more right you think you are, the more insecure you are. Argue with me on that. The more open you are, the more open to the possibility that other people might be right, that their opinion might matter, that they might have more information than you, that they aren't bad. Well, now you're actually getting more secure. Now you're working on it. So this staying open thing is tough. We got to stay open. My heart wants to close and I want to be right and I want to be done with you. And that's everything inside me. And that'll make me feel safe. Boom, boom, done. You're bad, I'm good. Whew. And being right, that's like sunshine on everyone's face. See, you see somebody that's right, they look like this. That's what they look like. I see they come and they go, my kid's a liar, manipulative piece of shit. They're right. They're right. And I go, whoa, whoa. You're right. Now you feel safe. Now what? Now what do we do? Do you want it that way? Oh, shit. No, I don't want it that way. Okay. Well, now we got something to do. Now we got to open our hearts back up and figure this shit out. Being right's just the beginning, not the end. Tough stuff. I want to be right and I want to quit and I want to kick the person out. That's what I want. And then I'm free of all the work. I don't have to grow. They're wrong. I'm right. They got to go. And I feel that every single day. I'm right. They're bad. Go. Thank God. Thank God. Now I'm safe. They use drugs because they're a disrespectful piece of shit and they don't care about anybody. Go. Oh, now I'm safe. Oh, but where'd my client go? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not why they use drugs. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's not over. Oh, my God, I got to look deeper. Oh, shit, I got to get to know him. Oh, my God, I got to help him. Oh, shit, this sucks. Oh, it was so much easier when I could just be right and get him out of my life. Oh, man. These parents will never get it. They don't listen to anything I say. They do the opposite every time. They got to go. I'm not calling them anymore. Oh, shit, there went my client. Oh, no. Oh, geez, Angie, call him back. Now I got to calm down and I got to open my heart and I got to see what the actual truth is. I got to look and see why they aren't listening. See how hard it is to be in their shoes. You guys got to look. It's easy to deem your parents bad parents. My parents suck and they gave me a bad childhood. Yeah, you're right. Now you're safe. Now look deeper. Now open your heart and see what your parents were going through. Open your heart and see how hard they had it. They were 20s. What are you doing in your 20s? Well, I'm doing drugs and I'm at rehab. But my parents should have been better. At least they weren't in drugs doing rehab. They were with you. They were actually at work making sure you were fed. Yeah, they didn't do it right. Why don't you open your heart and look? They tried. And guess what? They were behaving the best that they thought they could behave. And that's what we're all doing. Today, we behave the way we thought we should behave. Every one of us. Because we behaved the way our brains told us to behave. And then throughout the day today, you felt unsafe. And the moment you felt unsafe, you then saw why you were right and the thing was wrong. You did it immediately. You did it quick. You felt unsafe and insecure. And then you said, that's wrong. I'm good. They're bad. That's what you did. You did it at the store. You did it with the drivers. You did it with your coworker. You did it with your customers. You felt unsafe and you got right real quick. And they got wrong real quick. And you did it in an instant. The reason they're wrong and you're right is because you want to feel safe. But it's not true. They are who they are. You are who you are. They're not wrong. You're not right. It was just a collision. You were doing what you were doing and it bumped into what they were doing. Now look deeper. Now open your heart, give up being right, and try to love them like we're told to love. Open your heart, give up being right. I know you're right, your husband's wrong. I know. But let's go a little deeper. Let's look why. I know you're right, your coworker's wrong. I know. I know you drive perfect and there's terrible drivers. I know. I know you act perfectly in the store and you touch the fruit the right way and you pick it up and you do everything right. And I know that person touches it wrong and you pointed it out and you're proud of yourself because they touched too many grapes or they knocked the watermelon too hard and you're perfect. You don't do that. I know. And you open the door for everybody, but they don't, and on and on and on. And the bank teller's too slow and you're right, and you're safe, and you're safe, and you're safe, and you're right, and you're safe, and you're safe. There's a lot of things to be right about because there's a lot of wrongness right now, isn't there? So many people that don't think the way we think. Jeez. You just get over to my conservative dinner party and get everyone thinking the way I think, and we'll all feel good about each other. Hug each other. Till that damn my liberal cousin shows up, Margot, and her damn Facebook posts about how bad Trump is. Then I get all righteous and hoppity and me and Margot go at it. I like to fire him up just to have fun. You see what Trump said the other day? Oh my God, they go nuts. You just can poke. It's really like at this point, it's just a cartoon. It's just a traveling cartoon circus that we're all participating in. Until you have to give it up, until you have to be responsible for loving other humans right now. Good luck with that. Try to love through their wrongness. Try to love through their opinions. Try to love through their tattoos. Try to love through their outfits. Try to love through their hairstyles. Try to love through their piercings. Try to love someone with those big, big holes in their ears. Try that. Try to love someone on a skateboard. Try to love someone that's homeless. Try to love a Trumper. Try to love a conspiracy theorist. Oh boy, they're too busy. They got to be on that phone all day. You know, they got shit they got to look up. Shit's about to happen. Building bunkers. I mean, try to love one of those guys.
Wow.
flat earthers.
Yeah, oh, try to love a flat earther. Oh my God, geez, that's hard work. Try to just love them. God forbid the earth's flat. What the hell does it matter? I always wonder what it matters. I don't care. I'm never gonna find out. I don't think. I don't plan on even going to space. I definitely ain't gonna go try to get over that big ice wall. I don't give a shit what's over on the other side of there. There's a big ice wall. It's flat Earth. Who gives a shit? I've been here 50 years and didn't know the goddamn difference. People are all heated over it. I didn't even know it was up for debate. But I guess it turned out, when they first started, the flat earthers first came out, I thought, geez, these people are nuts. They make more sense to me now than ever. I'm like, they're starting to make sense, but I've always seen the pictures of this big old globe we lived on. And I was in 4th grade. They bought the big old round ball out and pointed where I lived. So I believed them. Shit. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know. Is a man a woman a man? What's a woman? I don't know anymore. Shit, you tell me. Obviously, this person thinks they're a woman. Let them have it. I don't know. Shit, what do I gotta argue with them? Oh, but they're gonna play sports. Who cares about sports? Jesus, who cares? Well, they're gonna win and the girls are gonna lose. Well, let them fight that battle. Why are you? I'm not swimming against her. Shit, I don't know what everyone's so excited about. I do, because I have the same. Well, they're gonna go to the bathroom. Okay. I've never had sex in the bathroom yet. All of a sudden, a woman's gonna come in there, a man's coming in there, and now I'm having sex in there or something. I don't know what the hell. It's insane. Everyone's gone nuts. Sticks and stones. It's got to the place where we decided that we can't even talk anymore. We got to have a safe space. And I guess what a safe space means is no one disagrees with you. You say what you want and no one can disagree. We're calling that a safe space. Let's get together and talk. But this time, nobody disagree with anybody. Let them just talk and say whatever they want to say, even if it's bullshit. And we'll just call it a safe space. I guess that helps. Here we go. Well, I hope I've thoroughly pissed you off and offended you. I hope I made you feel not safe because you disagree with me. But see, if you're upset right now, and if you got upset with anything I said, that's because you don't feel safe, because I'm challenging whether you're right or not. And the way to make human beings feel not safe is to challenge whether they're right or not. The number one way to get somebody upset is to tell them they're wrong. The number one way to make somebody feel unsafe is to tell them that their opinion is wrong. The number one way to make people feel unsafe is to tell them that maybe, possibly, it just might have a little bit of, just maybe a 1% chance that your behavior isn't perfect. That'll really piss someone off. That you might not conduct yourself as good as you think, and it might look different from outside of you. But I'm going to really piss you off by telling you that. And we know that pisses people off more than anything, because whenever we have to talk to somebody about their behavior, we act like we're approaching a rabid dog. Hey, I want you to know I love you so much, and I care so deeply about you, and I really respect you, and I really love you, but I'm now going to tell you one thing that it's possibly that you might do wrong. And I don't want you to jump down my throat, so I'm going to do it as delicately as possible to break it to you that maybe, possibly, there might be one way that you behave that's not perfect. So do you mind now if I speak? Sticks and stones. You ain't never going to get nowhere near someone with a stick. They're already running. But you will break them with words at this point. You will crush human beings by saying maybe, possibly, they're wrong. Art, you need to build their self-esteem. You need to tell them they're powerful, that they're right. Don't tell them they're wrong. Sticks and stones may break my bones. No, man. You tell me I might not be the perfect treatment provider, and maybe I'm not paying attention very closely down here, and that's going to break me. I'll be all flipped out today. Tell me I don't look too good, I'll flip out. Tonight, in the middle of the night, I'll realize something I said might be stupid, and a panic will come over me. Maybe I'll realize later tonight that something I said might have offended somebody, and a panic will come over me. Because I'm worried about how I look. Worried about what you think of me, not what you do to me. None of you will hurt me physically. None of you make me feel unsafe. Not physically. You're not going to steal my stuff. You're not going to hurt me. You're not going to take my money. You're not going to do anything, and I know it. But I'm still insecure for some reason. Because I'm sitting here worried about what you think of me. And I'm hoping desperately that people think of me highly. And this thing right here just is bothered when people don't think of me the right way that I want them to think of me. So I get offended and I go, you're not seeing me correctly. I'm perfect. God forbid you don't look like a good whatever. All right, I'm done with my rant. I got out a lot of my pain tonight. So please share some comments and questions if you're new. We are a very insecure group of people. So it'll be very hard to get anyone to talk because they might be worried about what people think about them. So you might have questions and you might have thoughts, but please don't say them because you might worry about what people think about you. And you might say the wrong thing and you might not sound good, and then everyone will leave here laughing at you.
All right, let's open it up. Let's go. So there's a raise your hand feature on your device. I'm raising my hand right here. If you raise your hand, I'll know that you want to say something. And as long as your video is on, I can put you on spotlight. We can see and hear you. If you can't figure out that on your device, you can just get my attention somehow. You can unmute yourself. You can say hello in the chat. Anybody out there at Kent's, just Becky can get our attention. If you guys have any questions, comments, we welcome them all. So bring it. Who's first?
What's in the chat?
Michelle's first night's tonight. She's sending me a private message, so it's hard for me to pay attention to that. I'll get back to you, Michelle. We can talk if you're intending it to be private. If you want to say hello and speak, you certainly can, and you can share with the masses. Or if you're wanting that to be private, we can take it outside of the meeting. Do that too. I can't respond back to you on here.
Okay, no problem. Good
Yeah.
evening, everybody. I'm thankful to be on, and yeah, I don't know how other people are feeling, but I definitely could tell how my son was feeling. He wanted to leave the room and has left numerous times and popped in off and on and talking over the speaker. And yeah, I mean, I think this is helpful information, and I'm open to learn. I'm realizing that my own self is getting triggered in different ways. So I'm excited to learn more, and I appreciate that you're here.
Awesome.
Helping us.
Really glad you joined us. I'm glad he joined us for a little bit too. So awesome. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Michelle.
Did you get upset, Michelle?
No, she was just sharing that her son.
No, she
popped in.
said she got triggered as well.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's, you know, you hit with all the different examples that you give, and I can't even remember which one at this moment. I think I'd have to watch it back to pay more attention, but I could even feel myself ads or rised or have to check myself, like, yeah, I mean, I think it's normal.
Yeah.
You see, I don't even have to say my opinion on these topics to get people upset because I didn't say which side I lean on anything. All I have to do is mention the topic. You see, I don't have to tell you whether I like Trump or Biden. I just have to mention Trump or Biden.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I triggered people on here just by mentioning the word Trump. Just by saying Trump,
Mhm.
people are triggered. I didn't even tell you whether I like Trump or not. If I talk about trans people being a woman or not being a woman, that triggers people.
Mhm.
I don't even have to tell you what I think. You see? That's how insecure we are.
Logan, raise your hand again.
But I think it's really real, and I think that it's helping me to how you respond and how you are behaving. It is out of that kind of a fearful place or not feeling safe. I can totally relate to that.
Well, nice to meet you, Michelle. I'm glad you're on.
Thank you. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.
All right, somebody at Kent.
Logan. Are you muted?
Logan,
Yeah,
can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, we're muted.
Well, hey, I like Trump trainees and guns, dude.
I know you do, Logan.
And they're still dudes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, and so on a serious note, I've been someone recently kind of running my mouth, not necessarily about you, because I don't care how bad you're doing, Art, you always provide a safe place for me to come to. So thank you for that.
What did you mean by how bad I'm doing, Logan?
What?
You said I don't care how bad you're doing, Art. What do you mean I'm doing bad? Are you talking about my weight? Are you? What are you talking about?
I don't know who you're talking to. Someone said something, obviously. I mean, that's what I'm gathering, but sometimes I feel guilty, like I feel like you're talking directly to me, and I'm sure a lot of us feel like that sometimes, like, because these topics hit close to home, and I think that there's a lot of truth in all of it that we all should apply to our lives, and I don't know.
You see, I can talk to any drug addict, and I think maybe all the drug addicts could agree with me, and maybe you can, but for me, it was true. I never worried that drugs were screwing up my life. Not once. I can't even recall one time ever worrying that drugs were screwing up my life. I worried how drugs were screwing up my reputation. I worried how drugs were making me look with my family. I worried about what people thought about me that I did drugs. I worried about what people thought about me that I did. I wasn't even worried that what people thought about me that I did drugs. I was worried about what people thought about me because I didn't have a car because I used drugs. I was worried what people thought about me because I didn't have new clothes because I used drugs. See, if I would have had a new car, new clothes, new apartment, new furniture, and money in the bank, I wouldn't have cared about what anyone thought. But see, I wouldn't even have bothered with worrying about it. I would have just kept on using drugs. So it wasn't even worrying about drugs killing me that made me stop doing drugs. It was I lost all my shit and I was too worried about my reputation to keep using drugs. So I had to stop using drugs because my reputation had gotten to less than nothing. No one would mess with me. I still can't believe that any moment I stopped using drugs because I was worried about the detriment that the drugs were having on my life. I still can't find a place where I worried once about that. Not my health, not my liver, not if I was going to overdose and die, nothing. More so, I worried about my rep, my image. And my image had become too horrific to continue. I couldn't continue using drugs because my reputation was horrific. That's how bad it is, this worrying about what people think. That we're ready to throw out what's actually happening. We don't care about that. I would say most people don't really even care about going broke. I would say most people worry about what would people think if they were broke. I think most people, if they have no money in the bank, aren't caring about the fact they don't have any money in the bank. They're worried about people finding out. See, if you were worried about not having any money in the bank, you'd be working every day. But we're more worried about what's our reputation and our image. See, we're not worried if we're having a good time at the concert or not. We're worried if Facebook thinks we're having a good time at the concert or not. And we don't tell people if we had a good time or not. We just show them on Facebook that we did. And we're not worried about what the meal tastes like. We're worried about what it looks like in the picture. We're not worried about enjoying Thanksgiving dinner with our family and communicating and talking and being there with them. We're worried about what people think of our Thanksgiving. And parents, I'm just saying, open to the possibility. Just be a little open to the possibility that yes, although you do worry about the repercussions of drugs on your kids, that a lot of the anger and a lot of the frustration comes from the fact about what it looks like that your kids are drug addicts. What it means about you as a person, as a parent, and what it means about your image. And so a lot of people will have a kid that's a drug addict for 10 years and never tell anyone. Never try to get help. So they're not worried about this 10 years. They're worried about what it looked like if everyone found out. I can't tell anyone I got a drug addict kid. What's it going to do to my image? And this will forego people getting help and getting the right answers. So they don't call us because then we'll know. Don't call Battlefield Addiction and tell them you got a kid that's an addict, then we'll know. And if we know, then everyone will know. So we'll wait. We'll try to handle it in-house. We'll try to keep it under wraps. We'll try to do it the way we think is the right way. About 10 years in, they realize it's too late. Can't keep this under wraps no more. We didn't handle it right. It's out of control. I know what it would be like to find out my 16-year-old kid's doing drugs, my 17-year-old kid's doing drugs, but just know you didn't do anything. But we are more worried about what it looks like. See? And it's deep. The insecurities run deep. We're image scared. I'm not worried you're going to hurt me. I'm worried you're going to say something bad about me. There is no threat. You're not going to hurt me. But you might post something about me on Facebook. That causes trauma. It's deep. Where do we got to be? Well, I've had a long week. See, I know all this because I know how insecure I am. I've dealt with my upsets. And every time I get upset, I attribute it to my image. This is me. You don't have to do it. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to do anything. But 100% of the times that I get upset, I have found personally that I'm upset because of the way I look. I have found purpose. I have found, in my opinion, that almost every time I get upset, it's because something is conflicting with my image. That I don't like whatever is going on is doing to my image. I have found that to be true. I have found that to be true, and it's allowed me to deal with my own insecurities about my image. Because I believe it to be true, because I say everything that makes me upset has to do with the way I look. And because I say that, I'm allowed to get less and less upset because I know the truth. So I've worked on my insecurities by not attributing to what you did, by not pointing out how you're wrong. The times that I've worked on my, not that I don't do that, but the times that I work on my insecurities, the times I get better is when I sit with myself and I apply why I'm upset to how it's affecting my image. That's how I get better. I sit with myself and I go, I'm upset because this kid said something about me, challenged me, and I don't like the way that makes my image look. So it's not me that's upset, it's my image. And so I deal with life that way. I know 100% of the time I'm upset, it's because I'm insecure. My pain comes from my insecurities. I know that I'm insecure. I know that I don't feel safe. And it's not me that doesn't feel safe because I am safe. So it's my image that doesn't feel safe. So now I get this feeling when somebody challenges me, tells me I'm wrong, tells me that I'm no good at what I'm doing, tells me that I don't behave properly, and I get tight. My heart rate gets elevated, exactly like I was fighting a lion. Same experience, but instead it's just because they're challenging my image. And I don't like, and so when a parent texts me and tells me I might not be doing a great job, my body goes into this insecure feeling and I have to sit with it and I have to go, oh, they're challenging my image. It's conflicting. I don't want them to think negatively about me. So now I'm getting real upset because I want to change what they think about me. I'm not really upset about changing what I'm doing because I'm just doing what I'm doing. So now I'm just upset about what they think about what I'm doing. So now what I try to do is I try to secure my image. One, I try to point out the wrongness of the other person. Two, I try to defend myself and be right. And then three, what I do is I argue my image to the other person. And I say, no, what you think about me is all wrong. You're seeing it all wrong. You just need to look at me like this. And I do all that to make myself feel safe. It's very hard when somebody challenges my image and I go, well, maybe. And I just sit with it. That's tough. But that's when I grow. Very tough when someone challenges my image and I go, oh, there it is. Ooh, insecure. Okay. That's what that feels like. Insecurity. And it's not me that's insecure because nothing's happening. This is a text, by the way. This is somebody calling from a different state. They can put me in a state of insecurity by texting from a different state. So now you tell me if it's real or not. But my concern isn't what's happening. My concern is what they're going to tell people about what's happening. So now I got to make sure that they think what's happening is good because I need them to tell everyone. Because guess what? If they don't tell everyone what I do is good, and then they spread the word that I'm bad, I'm going to lose my business, and then I'm going to be out of work, and then everyone's going to think I look like an idiot. And then I'll be broke, but I won't be worried about being broke. I'll be worried about what people think of me if I'm broke. And I have that whole thought process happen in a second. So if you tell me I'm doing a bad job, I go from set to upset to I'm going to be homeless in 2 seconds. That's how insecure I am. And the only way I can combat that is to sit with how I feel. And I've learned. So it doesn't really happen anymore when you text me. At this point, I've learned. Sit with it. Breathe. It's not real. It's just an insecure feeling. It's okay. I don't have to defend myself. I'm safe. Insecurities, it ain't your hairline. It ain't your stomach. It ain't, I don't know what to wear at the beach. It's your image as a whole. What do I look like as a parent? What do I look like as an employee? What do I look like as a boss? What do I look like as a brother? What do I look like as a dad? What do I look like as a mailman? What do I look like? That's what's causing all of it. You look. Like I said, you don't have to believe me. I know it's true. You just look for yourself. And if you look for yourself and you see that the reason you're getting upset is because your image is being challenged, you no longer have to be upset anymore. You can work your way out of it. You can start dealing with looking past things. And that's just the pathway I'm on. I'm not very far down it. But that's the work we're doing here. That's what I'm trying to challenge them with. That's what I'm trying to say. You create an image for yourself when you get sober. And a lot of people, if they create an image and they don't like the image that they're creating when they get sober, they'll go use drugs because their image doesn't give them enough validation. So they don't feel very good about themselves. They feel insecure. They don't feel good. So they look and they go, this isn't the image I want. It's not, I don't have enough stuff. I don't have the cool enough job. I don't have enough money. I don't have the nice enough car. So then they say, F it, and they go do drugs. Because I think being a junkie is a lot better image than being a nothing. Sometimes saying I'm a fentanyl addict sounds a lot cooler than I'm broke, I don't have any money, I can't go to the movies, and I work at a warehouse. So I do that rather than that. That's why it's hard. It's not hard because of what's actually happening. It's hard because we're dealing with our image. And that image is a very testy, insecure little thing, isn't it? And somebody can flip us out by just saying one wrong thing. Oh. Well, I didn't have it arranged right, but I hope it helped. I hope everyone take a look. And the goal is, by the way, what we're doing is we're trying to secure ourselves by dealing with our insecurities, by taking responsibility for what's happening, by not blaming anymore, by not being right, by not using righteousness. See, if you take away righteousness and being right, what are you left with? Well, you just got to be in here. If you can't be righteous and you can't be right, then you got to be in here. But as soon as you're righteous and as soon as you're right, you don't got to be in here no more. You can think about them. You can point out their problems. You don't have to deal with your own. You can just live in a world of a helium balloon where your head thinks everybody's wrong and you're right, and you live there and it feels good, and you can just run around the world and think about how bad everyone drives and how stupid everyone is and how dumb they talk and how they think wrong and how their opinions are wrong, and you can live up here in that helium balloon and you don't have to feel. But when the balloon pops, it's just you and this. You don't get to be right no more. Then there's just the pain. There's just being in here. There's just sitting in here. If your mom didn't do it, if it ain't her fault, yeah, but it's easy. You're running around saying my mom did it and it's her fault and she didn't treat me right and my mom was this and my mom was that, and that makes you feel, well, what if that ain't true? Well, see, now you just got to be in here. So the righteousness cures the pain. It makes us not feel. So we're all running around using a drug called righteousness. If we're right, we don't have to feel. And so we run around using. People say, I don't understand how people can use drugs. You use righteousness. You get home from work, you're in pain, you get real righteous about how stupid your coworkers are. That's drug use. You go to the mall, everyone's in your way, you come home, you get real righteous how stupid everyone at the mall is. That's drug use. You watch TV, you don't like what you see, you get off, you tell them how stupid everybody on TV is. You listen to somebody tell you their opinion, you listen, you smile, then you leave the dinner party and you get in the car and you tell everyone how stupid they are. And that's you using righteousness to relieve your pain. So what if you don't have that? What if after the dinner party, you got to listen to conflicting opinions and then just get in your car in silence and go home? You can't talk about them. You just got to go home. Imagine the pain of that car ride. And when you get off this Zoom tonight, if I put you in pain, try not to talk about me. Just sit with it. But if you're in enough pain, you're going to have to go talk to somebody and tell somebody how wrong I am and how right you are. How stupid I am. He don't know shit. That guy, man, I'm not tuning into that thing no more. And you'll use righteousness to cure your pain because I might have made you feel unsafe tonight. but it was an honor to do so. And thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, and it's an honor to be with people at the worst time of their life, and we appreciate it. And it's an honor that you tell me and you admit it and you say, we need help, because we love helping. So please keep tuning in. Get your friends to call. Don't let no one hide. Stop worrying about what it looks like and start worrying about what it is. And let's fix it. All right. Thank you, guys.
Good night, everybody. See you next week. Good night, good night.
All right, thank you.